What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. This is season 18, and this is episode number 9. So next week is the season finale, you guys. So this episode was titled All Lies on Me, you guys. Don't know why I said that so slow, but it's All Eyes on Me, right? So before we get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, that means you guys do me a huge favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. So do me a big solid favor and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, turn your notifications on, share the video, you guys. And with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition, shall we? All right, you guys. So this episode, we open it up and we see Moni and Tough. Now, the reason why you guys see me wearing my AirPods is because I'm listening to a stream currently. But Moni and Tough, they're having a conversation. And you guys remember in the last episode that Dr. Ish pointed out the fact that Moni and Tough were kind of sitting kind of far apart from each other, right? So she's talking to Tough about this conversation. And, he was like, I sat down, you came in there, you sat down, and you the one that sat away from me. She's like, oh, so it's in my head, Tough. Okay. So then we see Neri in the kitchen. She's cooking for everybody, right? So Nori, when she finished cooking the food, he was like, you gonna make my plate? She was like, no, you can fix your own plate. And I was like, exactly. I sat here and cooked this food. The least you can do is fix your own damn plate. Don't ask me to fix it. I would have went off on Nori, right? So then we see Amber and Miles, right? So Amber and Miles, they both want to know if each other are telling each other, let's back that up. Amber and Miles both want to know if the other is telling the truth about how they really feel about each other, right? We're gonna talk about them a little deeper into the episode, right? So then we see Dr. Ish. So Dr. Ish and Judge Tola, they're watching the couples, right? So Dr. Ish is like, I've never really had a one-on-one conversation with Nori and Neri. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna pull Nori and Neri to the side and have a conversation with them, right? So when he did that, he's asking them questions because you guys know that Nori wants more kids. So he was asking them questions about them having more kids, right? So Nori is like, he wants to have more kids because he missed out on birthdays and he missed out on births with his kids that he has currently, right? So he wants to basically make up for that. Neri's whole thing is she doesn't want to have a kid right now because she's trying to open up her juice bar and everything. So she doesn't know how she's going to do that, like how she's going to juggle being a mother and how she's going to be a businesswoman. So that's where she's at, right? And honestly, I'm on Neri's side, right? I get Nori saying he wants to make up for missing birthdays and births, right? So the best way to make up for that is for you to just be present in your kids' lives that you currently have, right? Don't add another child to the mix is what let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But we're gonna pause here and we're gonna move forward, you guys. All right, you guys, so we see Dr. Ish. So Dr. Ish has called the boot campers to the front yard, right? So we sit the boot campers down, right? And we all know what today is. Today is lie detector test, right? So Judge Tola comes out there with the questions, for the group, right? So she starts one at a time. So she has Nori and Neri stand up, right? And she says, Nori, what is one question that there's one question that you want to ask Neri? His question was, he wants to know why did it take her so long to change her last name? And Judge Tola was like, Nori, we've been here for 9 days at this point. At no point have you mentioned anything to us about Nori changing her last name, right? Which he said it in last week's episode. That was the first time we've heard it. So she says, no, what your question is going to be, Nori, is for Neri is, does she want to have another baby? So then Neri's next, right? So she asked Neri, what is your question? So Neri's question has something to do with control. And Judge Tola said, yeah, so we've definitely talked about control, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to change that question to ask him, can your wife sustain a successful career without your involvement? We'll talk about that a little bit later too, right? So then we have Moni and Tough there go next, right? So Tough, his question is, so basically with every couple, Judge told her, she went and she flipped her question. So she She just put a spin on it. So his question was for Moni is, do you forgive him for the infidelity? I can answer that question for you. No, she doesn't. So then the next question, so Moni had her question right. So Moni's question really, Judge Tola really had to turn Moni's question, because Moni's question was completely different from what Judge Tola said. Because Moni's question was about, Tuff's exterior. He has this tough exterior. So Judge Tola, now I don't know how Judge Tola got this question from what Moni was asking, but the question was, do you want to be in a monogamous relationship with Moni? Now, with that one, I do believe he does want to be in a monogamous relationship with Moni. I think the question should have been, because I think we could have worded that question differently too, right? I mean, we know what it means to be in a monogamous relationship. It's just you two, right? But I think, but see, here's the thing. I think where I'm stuck at is, which she hasn't really said anything about this, right? My question is, we know Tuff cheated when she was pregnant with their daughter, right? But the real question for me is, has he cheated since then? That's really what my big question for Moni is. Have you caught him cheating since the last time you caught him cheating? So that's really what I question, basically, right? So y'all, then next up we have Amber and Miles. Oh my God, these two are the most volatile of the group, right? So the question that Judge Tola gave Miles from Amber is, can you commit to being in a monogamous relationship with Amber? Now, you guys know how I feel about this. I already feel that Amber and Miles are not a real couple. I feel that Amber and Miles are just two good friends who came on this show, probably wanted to strengthen their relationship with each other as far as their friendship. But I don't believe that Amber and Miles are in a romantic relationship with each other. And like I did say before, I believe they could be in a sexual relationship, but I don't at all believe that it is a, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, I want to marry you, do you want to marry me kind of situation, right? So Judge Tola gave Amber the question, right? So Judge Tola's question for Amber was, would you marry a bisexual man? The answer to that one, I'm going to say, is a hell no. I don't think Amber can get past Miles' sexuality. I really don't believe that, right? So then we see them. So they split the couples up, right? So the ladies, they go up to their rooms and they do the lie detector test first, and the men stay downstairs. So then after that, the men go upstairs and they do the lie detector test. So then at one point in the episode, we saw Amber and we saw Miles. So Amber and Miles were sitting outside by the pool, right? And Amber and Miles, with both Amber and Miles, they know how to push each other's buttons, right? Like, Miles is sitting here asking Amber questions about the lie detector test already, and it just happened. So I was like, why is he doing this? Like, everybody else, they were chilling, right? Everybody else was in the kitchen, chilling, having conversations, but you got Miles out here talking to Amber. So at one point, I know Moni, Tuff, I think they all went outside, right? Because Moni was like, you guys both know how to push each other's buttons. He probably said something snarky to you, Amber, and you probably said something back to him, and Amber's like, yeah. So Moni was trying to get them to kind of just dead it at that point, right? Like, I didn't understand why Miles did that. I really, truly did not understand why he did that. Like, that didn't make any sense. Like, you guys just finished the lie detector test, so why are you now already grilling her and asking her questions about the lie detector test? It just didn't make a lot of sense to me, but hey, it is what it is, right? So then we see Dr. Ish and Judge Tola, right? So they bought the Bootcampers together again, right? and Judge Toller has the results with her, and she tells the couples that this is the first for Marriage Bootcamp hip hop edition, or just Marriage Bootcamp in general, where there is deception in all three couples. One person in all three couples lied. Now, let me know in the comment section who do you guys think lied, and who do you guys think lied? So, I'm gonna tell you guys who I think lied, because in two couples, I feel like I know who lied, right? I feel that Nori lied on his question. And what was his question? His question was, does he think that Neri can sustain a successful career without his involvement? I don't think he believes that. I believe that Amber lied about being able to marry a bisexual man. Now with Moni and Tough, that's an interesting one. It's an interesting one, right? But for me, I think that Moni is the one that lied in that couple. I don't believe that Moni can forgive Tough for the infidelity, because if she could, she wouldn't bring it up so much, right? Because you chose to stay with him. So those are the couples that I think lied. Let me know in the comment section who you guys believe lied. But I definitely believe Nori lied, I believe Amber lied, and I believe that Moni lied. Let me know in the comment section who you guys think lied. All right, you guys. So in typical boot camp fashion, we know that at the end, once they do the after the lie detector test is done, they usually send the boot campers out to the club, right? Well, since we're still in the pandemic, they're not able to send the boot campers to the club. So what they have decided to do is they're bringing the club to them. So tonight, each person is a single person, so they're not in a relationship with anybody tonight. So the guys will go to one part of the house and the ladies will go to another part of the house, right? So we see them, and as they get into the little, their little VIP room, there's, now I don't know why they didn't realize that there is a monitor. Like you could literally, the monitor was right there in your face. So I'm like, y'all don't realize that this is the test, but hey, it is what it is, right? So the men sit down and they're talking, and this is the reason why I feel that, when it comes down to Nori and Neri, I feel that Nori is the one that failed the lie detector test, is because he was talking to Tough, right? Tough and to Miles, and he was talking about the fact that, does he think that Neri can, run a successful business? Yes, but without his help, no. I was like, wow, so you have very little faith in your wife. So I think that's why I think that he failed. And then Miles is talking about the fact that, he ready to be done with Amber. I'm like, you guys are not a real couple, but hey, it is what it is, right? So then we see the ladies and they're talking, right? And then they realize that, hey, there are strippers here. So there are two male strippers and two women that are stripping for the men, right? So Miles got the money, and he went up there and he started throwing it toward the women. And that's when they realized there was a plexiglass right there, right? So then they found this note that said, what did that note say? If you want a private dance, go into the boom boom room. Who went into the, Tough says like, nah, I'm not about to go into the boom boom room. Nori, I ain't feeling that. The ladies actually paid it no attention, right? But the only person that did go into the boom boom room was Miles. Now there is still plexiglass between the boom boom room. So Miles went in there and they were like, oh crap, right? So then while Miles is in there where the ladies are, the camera, the monitor turns on. At first they weren't paying it any attention, but then Amber was like, oh no. I was like, see, the thing with Amber and Miles, they're very petty. And they do this. They're two petty people, and it's exhausting. I will say that So Amber, she went in there, and it's the stripper. He at one point the stripper had pulled his pants down, and you could see his butt crack, right? Then I realized, I think he done pulled his pants off. So he got his thing swinging, and then Amber, she put her butt up against the plexiglass. So the guy, when she did that, the camera came on for them. So Nori and Tough called Miles in, right? Miles looks at the monitor. He's like, oh, that's what she doing. His thing on the glass and her butt is up against it. Okay. So Miles, he goes back into the boom boom room where the stripper is, right? So Miles is licking his lips, rubbing himself down there. I'm like, oh my God. So Amber comes back out and she see it and moaning and near like he's just petty. Very much so, right? And that sparked a whole argument with them. They got into an argument with each other. He was gonna lock her out the room. It was just a lot. It really was. Too much, right? Like Amber and Miles shouldn't be with each other. That's just my personal opinion. I just don't think, but even like I said, I still don't believe they're a real couple. But even if they were, they are toxic and volatile. And then she throwing shit at him. I'm like, oh no. See, and that's still my issue. Amber has been volatile this season, but y'all made a whole big thing with Vado and Tahiri last season, and y'all ain't doing nothing with Amber. Y'all took Vado to a hotel room after Tahiri threw that fucking apple at him, but hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But that's the end of the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button so you guys are notified when I drop anything else. Share the video and into the next one, guys. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember, wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, you guys, that's it. Bye.